Hello, YouTube. Good evening to you all. So, into this video, I just want to share with you guys a few things that I've found to be quite interesting in this extremely volatile recent market that is basically fueled by the uncertainties around the Trump tariff and all this other stuff, and pretty much my experience in the market of recent, which is it has just been it has been interesting, right? And I've been learning so many things. Some are very painful, to be very honest, which also requires like losing a lot of money. But I still pretty much believe in myself. I believe in my strategy, and the reason why I'm just sharing this video with you guys is to bring some sort of documentation and transparency into my YouTube channel and my journey so far. So earlier, I think around March, I started a prop firm challenge, and that's not really been going well, but that's not what I want to talk about. So I just want to talk about situations like this. How can someone be able to deal with situations like this? So if we go to the higher time frame, you would understand the reason why I've just simply been looking for buys on GBP USD. This is a major structure level that initially, when we broke, we didn't come and retest. Now we've had a very good retest of the zone, and market is reacting off of that zone, but it just seems as if, majorly due to what is going on, there is extreme indecision as to, does the market want to go up from here, or does it still want to go down, or just consolidate? And if you really look at this, we'll pretty much say, okay, maybe market is ranging. But from what I was looking at, right, my entries were on the 15 minutes time frame, and I was looking to just see opportunities to take and then maybe be able to ride the wave continuation from this level. But it has not really been so great. Reason because my first entry, which was on Tuesday, initially this was where I wanted to get into a trade. I wanted to get into a trade here at around 11 a.m. but I didn't get a retest of that structure. Eventually, right, that structure came to retest later on in the day, which was already past my trading time, because I have a trading time. I trade from 8 a.m. in the morning London session to 4 p.m. Early New Year session. Once it's 4 p.m. My UK time, I usually stop trading and just observe whatever is going on in the market. But recent, I've even noticed that GBP USD is even moving much more during London session, and even during Asia session, much more than London session itself, which might be annoying, because I am much more full of energy and strength in the morning. I wake up very early at about 5 a.m. 6 a.m. prepare myself and get up on job. Once it's getting late to around 2-3 p.m., I usually get tired, and in all of those times I don't want to be actively taking too many trades, which might cause me not to perform very well. But of recently, New Year's session has really been very, very profitable. But here is the question, and what I've been asking myself, which is, am I being stubborn? Am I not listening to all, let me not use the word listening. Am I not trading what I see on the chart? And this is something that always comes off as part of my trading for a very long time, where I'm always asking myself the question, am I being stubborn? Okay, I have a bias. Does it make sense for me to keep a bias after hitting stop loss the first time or the second time? Does it make sense to still keep a bias after losing money? But where the question is now, there is this concept that I have, which is the concept of a second entry, a second retrial, which is when you get stopped out. You see, even on this trade, right? Immediately I get stopped out, market retraced immediately. And I was just asking myself, maybe I should just jump in again. And some might say that is revenge trading, and to an extent I will agree with them, because it is very important for me to see and understand what I am trading, right? To be able to have clarity in my approach. And yesterday, after hitting stop loss, I took a 1% loss. Then I asked myself if I was just chasing a buy and not really looking at what market is doing, right? Because number one problem with this entry, I would have loved to enter below here, right? But I didn't get a re-entry. My entry later got I got a retracement at the time where I was no longer interested in trading, which was already past my trading time, and I prioritized trying to build a system, trying to build a rule for myself. So this level, now the problem I have with this entry is price positioning. There is also something that I pay close attention to in my trading, which is price positioning. So I was very skeptical to take this trade, but eventually I did. Now I got stopped out, and then market retraced, came to this area. Price positioning being that this is a resistance, I'm buying close to a resistance, and there are higher chances that the resistance will react, which in this situation it did. Now I started asking myself the question that if this zone remains, right? Because when I woke up this morning on Wednesday, I saw that, oh, market has eventually gone in my direction, and it went so well, right? Even hit my target overnight. And I begin to question myself, am I also looking at the price right? Am I getting the best entry position and also the timing of my trade? Now, similar thing happened again today. Okay, we are already above this structure, right? We had a break and a retest. The way I see it is, okay, when we have a break and a retest, it's best to get into a trade, and then continue to the upside, right? But something entirely different happened again today. I sort of, at 8 a.m. in the morning, I saw sort of like an opportunity to take a trade, because I was looking at this as sort of like a first breakout, right? And taking out the high and then dumping all the way back down. But the thing with trading is, if there is something that is not in your system, do you consider it? Because some people will say, oh, this is liquidity grab, whatever. I wanted to take a sell here, right? But the reason why I did not take a sell was because based off of what I am looking at, this is already a break of structure to the upside and a retest, and then for a continuation. Currently where price is now, am I correct in my prediction overall? I don't think the question is about being correct, right? The question is about being making. Did I make money? Because if I quickly share with you my the FTMO challenge, right? And if you see the history, so when I started, made some profit, lost again, made profit, lost, made profit, lost, and it has just been very interesting. And I'm currently down, I think, about close to like 4% plus. And the very interesting thing about trading in itself is there will be times where market conditions like this will test you as a trader, will test your level of understanding, your emotions, how well you are able to control yourself. And this has been what I've been reviewing in the past few days, because in today's trade, for example, this initial trade, when market came to test my area of interest, it went into profit, right? Went into profit, and then when I saw these weak rejections, I was like, okay, looks like market is going to keep going up, because market went 20 pips the first time, 20 pips the second time, and it just seemed like, what is really going on, right? And for me, I don't really want to blame. Yes, I understand that there is extreme volatility in the market right now, majorly because of the Trump tariff and stuff, but I won't blame that, because you as a trader, there is no one to blame. You can't blame the market, you can't blame your strategy even, because if I had taken the opposite of my trades today, right, which was also pretty much in accordance with my strategy, if I had taken the opposite of my trade from here today, I'll make money, right? At least I'll make some money. And I added a lot of positions to my trade. When I see going in my favor, I added another position. Eventually, I lost another about 2% today. But what I just want to say out of all of this, is that, and which is also a question I want to pull out to all my subscribers, those that have been watching, is in a situation like this, are you going to say, oh, your strategy is not working, your entry blah 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 is not going well, and maybe you want to go jump to another strategy, which at the end of the day will eventually kill you even more, right? For me, I'm not going to any strategy. I'll keep with this. I believe so well that all of this will pass. It makes me stronger. It makes me become more and more fearless, because these types of environment has to make you like extra sharp on what you are doing as a trader, how you are looking at the market, your decisions to the market, right? And yes, this is also like a call for me to look at my trading plan in terms of like timing of my trades, right? Because right now I feel like London session has been very useless for the past few weeks. And Asian session and New Year session has just been the one that has been pushing the market so well. And I have to find a way to pay attention and maximize that opportunity for myself. So pretty much the lesson for this video is to have an understanding of your strategy on the days where it is failing, and on the days where you might not exactly be performing very well in your trading. To have an understanding of when price and market is extremely volatile. Are you being extremely careful, or are you being fearful? Are you really watching the mistakes you are doing? Because this type of things will keep happening over and over and over again. The market will always be the market. What is important for me is, how do I get better? How do I improve? How do I elevate myself from this situation? How do I become the consistently profitable trader that I dream to become, that I'm in the process of becoming, right? So that's it for this video, guys. I hope that this rant, or I don't even know what to call it, I hope it makes sense to anyone that is watching. I hope you find something interesting or something to learn, or even if there is something that you feel like I should pay attention to, that you want to talk about, you can kindly put in the comment section. Nobody's perfect. We are all growing. We are all learning every day. But as far as I'm concerned, I'll keep myself prepared for tomorrow again, because I believe there is going to be opportunity in the market again. Wherever the market ends up overnight, I will prepare myself to be ready and be able to take the best opportunities that come my way tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. Peace.